I think it's so when you think about the well-architected framework from AWS or from Azure, cost optimization is part of that. And I think for me, everyone's responsibility is to look after our cloud costs. I often think about, you can't buy, in any organization I've worked with, I can't buy a keyboard without going through a proper set of processes and approvals and it being an accountable spend. Somebody somewhere knows you spent £20 on this keyboard. But when you think about clouds, you've got things that got thousands of dollars of recurring spend attached to it. Companies need to make sure that they have proper process around making sure all of that spend is accounted for. And that's where I think everyone's responsibility and platform teams is to work with the understanding of what does that actually cost. I guess the problem historically has always been visibility of those things. So I've been the engineer where I haven't cared how much something costs. I've just built a solution and gone, it works, great. My job's done, I move on. And then usually 6, 12 months down the line, somebody comes along, typically from finance, and says, this project you were working on, it's costing 3 times as much as we thought it was going to do. Can you tell me what's going on? And then you have to start being quite aggressive about how you bring that back. Actually, I say FinOps isn't really about saving money. It's about maximizing the value you get from every bit of cloud spend that we have. And as a business, even in your personal lives, but as a business, that's quite a normal and sensible approach to apply to everything. We're always looking for what's the best deal we can get on this, what's the best deal we can get on that. How do we use this the right way so that we're maximizing the value we get from it? That's what FinOps is. And platform engineering should be working as engineers with our FinOps teams to work on how do we get the visibility of what that costs, and then how do we streamline and get the most out of that? How do we contribute across different areas? How do we make sure that we understand how much this costs for this particular piece of work, this particular project, etc.